Hello, hello. How is it going? How are you doing? I hope you're having a superb Saturday. Oh my gosh. So today we're going to have a lovely chat. Let me know if you can hear me. Um, I think you can. I last second plugged in my microphone and then I was like, wait, I didn't even double check to see if the mic was properly connected. So yes. All right. Wonderful. I want to talk to you today about processing. So let's talk about it. How do you go about processing and figuring out what's going on in your life situations? I'm very curious to hear what you do, but also I'm definitely going to share with you how I work through it, and one of the magical tools that I enjoy. So I hope that you will take the time to mention some friends if you aren't seeing them live, and if you are watching on a recording or replay, whatever. If this really resonates with you as you get through it, please send it out. I would really, truly appreciate that. So I'm actually going to take the time to, as I am recording on the Facebook, I need to interact as not myself. And share it to my profile. But the question is, how do I do that? The app has been kind of wackadoodle lately and allowing me to do the things. So, well, I guess we're just not going to share it to my profile right now. So we can get to this convo. Oh my goodness. I am really excited for this conversation because it's really, really huge. Rosalie says, "Hey, Tiara, just back from the forest for some tree medicine. Ooh, and about to make pancakes. Yummy. I love it." All right. Well, for those who might not know me, if we're just now getting introduced, I'm Tiara, aka T, and I am the founder and creator of a community called A Bubbly Life. And it is a paid subscription community where we really help you to tap into your purpose, get some more of your vision, kind of help to expand your vision, and bridge the gap between what's your current reality and living in your purpose. Because when we live in our purpose, we have more freedom, we have more fun, we have more love, we have more joy. And all about a bubbly life. And me, I love luxury. So I also invite you to live a luxurious life because it's fucking awesome. So we are just a lovely community of soul family supporting one another. And if that sounds like something that you want to be a part of, I invite you to join us in that community. So with saying all of that, let's get to it. Let's talk about processing. So what is processing? Processing is really how do we connect and relate to the current situation going on? What are our emotions around it? How do we feel about what's going on? How is that making us closer or further away from our purpose? And really it's really truly just understanding self in any moment to moment situation. And I have been finding, and I think it's super funny. I talk about this all the time. I bring it up all the time when I was a kid, where I used to talk to myself, and my mom would be like, "Who are you talking to? Why don't you talk to me?" And I'm like, "I'm talking to myself. Mind your business." And at the time, and I was always just "Oh, I'm just a weird person talking to myself," right? And I've recently come to the understanding that I wasn't just talking to myself, I was processing. Not the moments when I'm trying to replay a conversation I had with somebody and what I should have said, quote unquote. But no, when I'm really talking about just talking to myself and how is my day going and whatever, and speaking it out loud, that is processing. And it is so important, I have found, to do it out loud. It's great to be all up in your head and work all through it, but there are a lot of times we miss details when we just stay in our head. When we get to talk it through, and people like Pamela Lynch and all of my coaches will also talk about writing it through. Talking it for me is huge. Just being able to speak it. Yes. Because you're speaking it, right? You're hearing yourself. And when I speak it, I hear myself, my mouth is moving. So there's a little bit of movement in the body for me. I also talk with my hands. If you're actually watching this on video, you can see that like I move as I'm talking. So it's like really getting into my body when I am talking things through. And so it's super powerful to say like, this is what's going on in this situation. This is how I'm feeling about it. Yada, 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 so on and so forth. This is what I want to feel. This is how I like, and where I want to be. These are the things that I think would get me to that spot. Oh my gosh. And then boom, all of a sudden I know where I'm going to go. I know what I need to do. And I now have the availability to make the choice of whether or not I'm going to do it. And it's so huge. And it's kind of funny. Like I've definitely been noticing it more and more as I like work in different communities, as I work with different coaches and we have like one-on-one sessions and stuff. So often I'll start asking a question, I start talking things through, and then I'll be like, never mind, I just answered that for myself. But I said it like, I'll still say the whole thing out loud. And they give me the confirmation of like, yes, Tiara, you're on the right track. You're doing the right thing. And I'm not saying, no, I don't need to pay for coaches anymore. Absolutely not. Because you know what? A lot of times that conversation that I'm having with myself or I'm having out loud with this coach is speared on by a question that has been asked by the coach. So I'm not necessarily paying for them to tell me exactly what to do. I'm paying them to help me remember what my soul already wants. I'm paying them to help me to trust myself in making these decisions. Yes. And I'm also paying them to ask me the right questions at the right time in my life. So, there are questions that I've been asked recently that might not have like resonated as well 3 or 4 years ago. Now, would I have wanted like, I'm thinking about myself 3, 4, 5 years ago. One, I didn't have clarity on what I wanted to do or where I wanted to go. Like I knew like it was like an amorphous thing. Like I knew I wanted like to be an influencer. I knew I wanted money, but I didn't really know what it looked like. I just knew that I wanted like fame and fortune, and it could be acting. It could be this, it could be that. Like anyone, like if someone will put me on a TV screen, I will be happy. Right. That was kind of like my thought process. And I didn't really care what the vehicle was. But now, as I've like gotten to know myself, as I've gotten to like work with different people, and experience different things, I'm able to pick and choose. You know what? That experience was cool, but I could not see myself doing that every single day of my life. This experience is awesome. It just needs a little bit of a tweak to really be what I want to experience on a day-to-day basis. So through like practice and play, I've been able to figure out coming up with a bubbly life and like how I want to continue to expand and grow it. And we're continuing to play and continuing to expand and we're continuing to grow. And all of that's come from this conversation that I've been having with myself and others to help me process where I want to go and what I want to do and what is my vision. And what is your vision, right? What is your vision and where is the gap between your current reality and where you want to go? So, I saw it happen just as recently as yesterday. I have a very big situation going on in my life, or what some might consider a really big situation. It's not really that big of a deal. But I was processing, and I work with some amazing, amazing people, including Kyla Clapper, Jen Kohler, and Angela Kay. And I just had this amazing moment where I was able to be in a space with all three of them, and they get to focus on me. And it was beautiful because, it's not like any one of them told me what I needed to do, but I was talking out loud and I was processing out loud. And it was a very emotional like situation. And they sent me Reiki and it was beautiful, but I was able to like really find the answer that I already knew that was within me. But it was the ability to be able to trust in myself because I knew I had this beautiful support squad, the support team to uphold me and hold my hand in that situation, in that realization. And it was so epic and huge for me and so amazing and so wonderful, right? And so I had this like epiphany, this moment, and it was all from within. That's what the processing does. It's all from within. You already know who you are, where you want to go. It's whether or not you're going to trust yourself in the answers that you're getting from yourself, as well as are you going to make the choice to do the thing? Yes, because yes, I processed through the thing and I knew what the answer was, but I could have chosen not to do anything about it. Like, all right, that's cool. This is what I want. But here's the thing, if we make the choice not to do anything and stay in like the comfort zone, then we're going to stay in the comfort zone. We can't necessarily have that in reality, that final point that we want. If we are going to maintain the comfort zone, we have to take that inspired action to fill that gap, right? And so it was just so amazing, but it all spurred from hearing a question and asking it. Yes. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I pay them for, right? Hearing a question, like asking the questions and asking the right time. And it was really funny at the end of like that whole moment of each one of them were like, yeah, I knew this about you like 3 years ago. And I was just like, seriously? But 3 years ago, like I said before, was not the time for me to hear that conversation. It was not the time for me to process through it. So it is so amazing to really like bring in a soul squad, to have people that you can communicate and process with. You're still coming up with the answers yourself. You're still trusting in yourself, but you have this like lovely net, this wonderful like support team, support squad. I like support squad. Soul family is also a phrase I like to use to help hold your hand and hold you and like send you good energy as you do the things that you need to do. They can't do it for you. They can't do it for you. No one can do you for you. You have to do you, boo boo. Yes. So it's amazing to have these people and this team. And so that's where I want to leave you with today. I encourage you, as you're working through different things, as you're like, visioning your life, as you come up with where you want to go, make sure to talk it out with yourself or talk it out with someone else. And if you are looking for a safe space to speak your truth and like work things out, I invite you to join us in A Bubbly Life. As of right now, it is still $11.11 to become a founding member. The price is going to go up to $22 a month on April 2nd. So if you would like to become a founding member, I invite you to join us. We do tarot readings, we do channeled messages. Once I get my distance attunement, which is coming up in a couple weeks, actually, I think like on the 6th of April, I will be doing like live healing sessions in there. So much goodness, so much value, all for only like $11.11 a month, like nothing, right? So like, I invite you to be a part of this soul family, this soul journey, because we're going to continue to expand. We're going to continue to grow, and we're going to continue to create a beautiful vision for yourself and for the world. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. And I love you so, so much. Mwah. Cheers.